Auburn Tigers hear nothing about how great a team they are, nothing about their defense, their coach, their 22-1 record, the fact they're playing for a #1 seed. All they hear about is how the football team backed out of a game with Florida State. Let's not talk football, people. Let's talk hoop.
Welcome to the 19-9 podcast. On today's show, we have a school spirit episode that coincides with 19-9's release of the Mound of Rebound era and 1999 era shorts when Chris Porter, Mamadou N'Diaye, Daymeon Fishback, and so many others cemented their legacy in Auburn basketball history. We also have a special guest today. We've got Chris Porter on the phone. Chris is a former Auburn standout from that 1999 team, a JUCO All-American before Auburn, SEC Player of the Year, played in the NBA as well as numerous stops overseas, and most recently is the coach for NTSI Academy in Orlando. Just secured a state championship, which is super awesome to see you still connected to basketball. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, how y'all doing this evening, man? I'm doing great.
Good. Love to hear it. Well, let's start out by just setting the scene for this team. 17-0, 25-1 to start the team. This team was just fun, awesome. I don't know, Josh. Where do you want to go with this team? Because you're the one who picked them. I love this team.
Yeah, so I remember, and Chris, thank you for joining us. We certainly appreciate it, and also thanks for making the shorts iconic. You and your teammates and Coach Cliff Ellis, submitting your legacy and letting us do our thing here at 99 that brings it back and brings it to the people. But my first question on that was coming from JUCO when you came to Auburn. Did you guys know you had something special or thought that you had something special kind of leading into that season? Because they weren't great the year before, and then you arrived. Was there a practice preseason or anything where you were like, damn, I think we have something here?
Nah, it was actually that team that we had was recruited when I came out of high school before I went to junior college. And I missed the ACT by 1 point. I had to have an 18. I got 17.
Oh, my God.
I think that was the year they first started redshirt freshmen. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to sit out. I got to play. I love the game too much. So I went to junior college at Chipola and played 2 years. And I was just every day in practice, I can't wait to get to Auburn. I can't wait to get to Auburn. So I played so hard. Like whoever's in front of me, my motto was, I'm going through you, over you, or around you. 1 to 3. It's going to happen. You're not stopping.
Number 2 ranking for Auburn. Forget about football. That's imploded in controversy and politics. We're talking about War Eagle basketball, which is not of this earth.
Reggie Sharp. I think I sense a lob. Oh, Porter nearly ripped the rim right out of the backboard.
Porter for the jam! Porter for the jam! Porter for the jam!
And that didn't change. That didn't change when you got to Auburn, and I think
it amplified itself then.
Yeah, and
I got with the guys that we recruited with,
and I think
we had a chemistry.
Yeah, I think that's what was so endearing, though, right? Like that's why you're still so beloved, in my mind, is because of just that intensity, and the way that you guys played the game, and it seemed like that '99 team kind of took your personality. Of just kind of in your face, and we will go over, around, through you, and there ain't shit you can do about it.
That's pretty much what it is, and that's what I brought to the team. And guys brought in what Coach Ellis was telling us, and he got on me the most of everybody. Guys that was there before me, and that was just got there. It was always Chris, you got to go. Chris, you got to go. Chris, you got to go. But I mean, that was just the motor that I had. And the way I played, if I didn't play with that motor. Even though if I was out there playing, you would notice something was wrong with me because of the way I played.
So to back up just a little bit, when you were in JUCO, knowing that you were going to Auburn, did anybody else come knocking on your door to try to persuade you?
Oh yeah, I got plenty of offers.
Yeah.
My first year off America. Oh, everybody come out the woodwork.
That's what I figured. So
everybody come out.
Were you ever tempted to go somewhere else?
No, there was nothing they could say. I said, I see y'all when I get to Auburn. It was mostly SEC schools. Mississippi State, Tennessee, Ole Miss. I'll never forget it. It was, man, Alabama tried to flip me. I said, man, it ain't y'all even trying, man. I don't like y'all color. So, nah, but
okay,
but that's how it happened.
So we're big on nicknames too, and I'm watching some of the old YouTube things. They called you the Sovereign of Slam, which, you know, not bad. I mean, you definitely, the dunks are there, and one of my favorite things about the way that you dunked is like the noise. I feel like noise is like an underrated thing, like the ferocity with which you hit the rim, like Dominique Wilkins. Like, but did you have any other nicknames that you loved? I'm sure you had a collection of them, I can imagine.
Man, they used to call me the Beast, man. That was my nickname, and it stuck. It's still people call me that. Like, you're a beast, bro. I mean, they was just, that's what they said. I was like, man, I just love the game.
This is the same basket where Chris Porter made what's called the dunk of the decade.
I thought I had a rebound. I had reached back like that, and next thing I know, here come Superman Chris.
And out of nowhere, he came flying through the air. He really overjumped the ball and had to catch it to the side. You know, I wasn't even thinking that he'll even try to dunk it.
I just ran in, and just for sure, ball bounced off the right side, kind of down a little bit below the rim by the foot, and I just happened to just bring it back across.
Didn't just see that. Yes, you did. It's showtime.
So what was? Take me back to that run then, from your memory. So you're starting out 17-0. The team ultimately gets to 25-1 is kind of the high water mark. What was it like just being around? I mean, you're at a football school, but I can imagine like there had to be such a buzz just around you guys. It just had to have been so much fun.
It actually was, because to think about it, the football season was actually pretty bad that year. So it was, and when we started playing and was winning, and it just turned to us to like the basketball was the team now. So, I mean, the stands, Birdies was packed every game. Every game was packed. I don't remember an open seat my 2 years at Auburn. It was all sold out.
I think
with that being, well, it made me play that even much more harder to see all these fans in there. I love the crowd. I
think sometimes the SEC, because of their football reputation, doesn't get enough love in basketball, but they have very, very passionate.
Really if you're not a Kentucky, you know what I'm saying, they really don't think of you that much, or, you know, of some of the known teams that's in the SEC.
But think of some of the early '90s Arkansas team and the support that they had. Mississippi State '96, you guys in '99, obviously, and through and through. And Tennessee's had great support too. Like, I mean, those fans turn out in basketball, and they never. Like Chris said, if you're not Kentucky, you never get the recognition of.
Never get that look. So we had to. So it was like we had to be, before they even ranked us in the top 10. I think we were 20-something and one before they even like, okay, Auburn is real.
Yeah.
Because we, you know what I'm saying? We had beat the Tennessee, we had beat the Arkansas, the team that was ranked, Ole Miss. We was beating teams on the road by 10, 15 points. Like, whoa.
Yeah, the top 5 rankings that year: Duke, UConn, Michigan State, Cincinnati, and then Auburn in there, kind of the oddball out. But you guys they made you earn it. But you guys were absolutely unbelievable team that year.
And those other teams are some titans too. The 98, 99 versions of those teams you just listed were legit. And then for Auburn, for you guys to come in and burst onto the scene and win the SEC and get a number 1 seed is pretty phenomenal.
Here's the note. Out of those 5 teams y'all named, it was a JUCO player that I played against at Chipola on all top 5 teams that y'all just named that came from JUCO.
Who were they?
Boosie Thornton, Paul McPherson, Steve Francis, he went JUCO, Sean Marion. All them cats, they went somewhere.
Yeah.
And they were in the top 5, you know what I'm saying?
McPherson's a Chicago guy, right?
Exactly, he is. He ended up playing with me at Golden State.
Did he? Oh, okay.
Yes, he did.
And then Sean Marion was at Vincennes. That's just right up the road from where we're located.
Yeah,
exactly. So, I mean, we had a list, man. It was some guys that come out with me in JUCO that was some beasts.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's always. I was going to ask that, and we kind of got off of JUCO. How much of a grind is that? And then the other question,
you gotta really want it.
You
gotta really want it. You gotta really want it, JUCO. Your mindset is, I'm here for a year or two, and I got to get this done. My little school work or whatever the case may be, so I can get to D1. And that's what my mind that never faltered or wavered. I get into Auburn. That's my focus.
Do you think
I graduate? I'm done.
Yeah,
I was in school in Auburn the next summer. I was ready to get there.
Do you think being recruited as a group, like you said, to go to Auburn was a main motivator for you, though? You think that helped you get through the JUCO process, knowing that you had a home waiting for you, too?
Oh, yes, it did. It took a lot of stress, like, where am I going, what I'm going to do. I already knew where I was going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats didn't know where they was going. You know what I'm saying? And Auburn showed support. They still came to watch games and support it, even though they knew I was coming.
Did you get to play with the guys during the summer? I heard during one of the dunk videos.
After my second year, I got to play. I went straight from Chipola to Auburn.
Okay.
When I graduated, that summer, I was starting classes and everything.
Nice. Oh, okay, I got to ask you, one of the things I love, again, we were talking about just like the energy, and I think energy is a talent, and this can tap into you as a coach too. How did you generate just energy on the court? What got you? How'd you get motivated? And then how do you inspire your players to just bring the type of energy that you did? Because it's different as a coach, I'm sure. So I'm just kind of curious how you did it as a player and how you generate that in kids now.
Well, to be totally honest with you, my motivation was my two sons. I had two boys when I was 19 years old. So I did it for them and my family. That was my motivation. Everybody's motivation is different. Some kids, you have to push a button to motivate them. I mean, my first year coaching, I've learned that. Certain things you have to get to know these kids and know what they're into, what they like, to know what makes them go. But for me, my motivation is my son. I got to get it. Failure was not an option for me. So that's why my motive was the way it was. Xavier and Kumain was my motive.
No, yeah, definitely give him a shout out. Are they either of them hoopers?
Yeah, well, one of them, Xavier Sneed, actually got drafted this past season. He didn't get drafted; he got picked up by Charlotte Hornets.
Okay.
Oh, nice,
awesome.
Nice, congrats. Yeah. That's awesome.
Check that out too. Okay, so I'm kind of curious just about how you guys, did you know the guys on Auburn? You say you got recruited together. Did you know those guys then before you guys kind of got into the Auburn system?
I've heard of him. I didn't know. I knew of Doc because he came from Alabama. He's the top point guard. He's the nigga that came out. I knew Doc. We played in Alabama Mississippi All-Star game.
And then
that's the only one I knew.
How did you guys develop kind of the way that you played? Was that Coach Coach Cliff?
Because he brought in all those players was the style that he wanted to play.
Okay.
So we was already used to that style, and we just meshed together.
Yeah.
Chemistry was big. We had adversity, but the chemistry, when you got great chemistry, the guys is willing to put in and buy in what you're teaching them, you really can't go wrong.
Well, starting the season 17-0 helps build chemistry too. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Look, I hate to lose. I hate to lose. So winning has always been. I got to go get it. Give me the ball. I'll show you what to do with it. That's my motto, man.
But you guys were so deep too, though, right? It wasn't just.
We had a team that was about 9-10. We had about 9-10 man rotation.
Yep.
Yeah. We had about 9-10 rotation.
I think that always helps. Like it always those
the
Kentucky.
Jay Herds,
yep.
The Mac McGadnys, the David Hamiltons. We had I know we had like Abe Smith, Corey Watkins. We just had guys coming off the bench, and when they changed, they bought in. So when they got in, we didn't never let off. They took the intensity up from where the guy that came off the court was, and that just made us that much more better. Having a good bench that we had as well.
Yeah, and you guys staying in the SEC, some of those Kentucky teams that pressed the Arkansas 40 minutes of hell and all that stuff, and that was the same style that you guys kind of had too. Yep. You have to be deep, but you have to be deep to play that because you're in everybody's face. You're going to pick up some fouls here and there, but you're just frantic pace and you're trying to wear down your opponent. You got to be deep.
Yeah, that's where them 20s and 20s come in handy.
So one of the things that comes up too is the amount of dunks that everybody threw down, because it wasn't just you, but the whole front line and N'Diaye, Smith are all throwing down. So settle the debate. Who's the best dunker out of the three of you guys?
Well, we can't really debate that. Really. We all know who they call the sovereign of slam. So, you know what I mean? I was always trying to, but see me, I was just trying to dunk on somebody all the time. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm stylish and all that. I just wanted to just take your heart. I'm going to dunk on you. Dunk on you, take it. Yeah, that's how I was.
Your dunks weren't.
That goes back to that motto. Threw you around you. Yeah. I'm going to get you.
I wouldn't classify your dunks as finesse.
No.
But like I always felt like your dunks were just like energy plays, and then the crowd fed off of it, the team fed off of it, you fed off of it, and then it demoralized your opponents. But it wasn't like fancy to me. It was just like I'm gonna dunk on your ass. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do about it. Yeah.
So
that's how it was.
Where did you learn the game? Did you come up learning it from family members on the playground? Like where'd you learn the game?
Abbeville, Alabama is where I'm originally from, and my uncle was my high school coach, and that's who taught me the game of basketball and to never let anybody outcompete you at the game of basketball. No matter what you do. And that's where I picked it up from. And I'm from a small town. All we had was basketball, baseball, and football. I played all three, and I was pretty good at basketball, so I stuck with it.
So take us then to the next year. So that year kind of ends with the Ohio State team, but then you guys move on, and there's a lot of expectations going into that next year as well, and you got that same kind of core together. How excited were you guys at the beginning of the following season?
Excited. I mean, we came out, I was 4 in the front of Sports Illustrated, then, ended up being number 1, and we went out. I mean, we still competed and played the same way, and then as it got on, I took the money from the agent, which eliminated me from the NCAAs, but the guys still went and played hard. We lost to Arkansas in the SEC tournament, and still made it to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
But that just goes to coincide what I say. We had a great team. It wasn't just Chris Porter. We had a great bench. You know what I'm saying? They still went on and made it to the Sweet 16 without me, because they love the game just as much as I did. And we was playing, playing the game how it's supposed to be played.
Would this game have been better with Bill Walton? We'll let you decide.
I'm Bill. Yep. We're at Stanford today, and we have got the game of the millennium tonight.
It doesn't get any better than this. I do.
Learn to love your job, love pressure. Let's go.
I think can succeed here. Barack Obama. I don't think he's going to coach. So
you keep saying that, but why? Why are you so negative? Why do you just turn down? Party on. It's a wonderful day. It's Oregon. The sun was out. Come on.
Outlet pass to Robinson. Auburn threatening to break it open. Lead pass.
Did you guys feel added pressure with the Sports Illustrated cover? I always wonder that on those preview issues.
I didn't know nothing about it. He had to wake up. I was just got out of class with me. Like, Chris, you got to go do this article for Sports Illustrated. What article? You got to take a picture. Okay, whatever that means. I was sitting with basketball like that. Media stuff, they would have to tell me. Like, I wasn't. To be honest with you, I never watched ESPN until somebody said you was on ESPN, Chris. Huh? I just played basketball because I love the game.
That's interesting.
That is cool.
I always wonder on those previews, though, because like Felipe Lopez gets on the cover, and you know what I mean? He's a freshman, and what kind of burden comes with that? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Psychologically.
Yeah, they say it's pressure, but I love the game. It wasn't no pressure for me. I just went out and played.
I just remember that Sports Illustrated cover because I'm like, okay, damn, Auburn's on the map now. Like, this is legit. So it was cool. Like, usually you get your Dukes and everybody else on those covers. So it was cool to see Auburn and Chris.
Yeah.
Well, I think, too, I wonder if it was kind of on the bubble where Sports Illustrated was waning a little bit. I heard a story about LeBron just a few years later when he was on the cover. Same sort of thing. They're doing this cover shoot, and they go to Ohio to do it, and they gave him only 15 minutes to do the photo and the article with him, and it was just they're just, people weren't quite as into it as it was. Like SportsCenter and ESPN, I think that was kind of on the real upswing then, but maybe Sports Illustrated fading just a little bit by that time.
Yeah, it could be. You guys, that 99 team, you guys still stay in touch? You guys get to
Oh yeah, they have this event where they bring guys back every year with the basketball team. So every so many years, everybody will come back. But yeah, we definitely stay in contact.
So still following Auburn basketball, still cheering on the Tigers.
Oh yes,
watching all the
sir,
time.
without a doubt. I
For
bleed
sure.
orange and blue, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, you guys got Bruce Pearl there now. He comes from our neck of the woods down here in Evansville. He coached at Southern Indiana Division II school, won a national championship down here. So we know Bruce a little bit. He's man, energy. How fun would it be to play for him, though?
Remind me of myself, man. That's
right.
I
was gonna say.
In 5 minutes of the game. That's the only guy I know. But he's running up and down the sideline just like he out there playing, man. I respect and love that guy, man. He's a great guy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay, so the Final Four team versus your 99 team, who takes it if pick up the game between those two?
I'm gonna say our side's gonna kill him.
I love.
So Meyer and I always have this debate, right? And so we'll always throw two teams out there, and then you have to preface it by saying, well, what are we playing? Are we playing 90s refs? Or are we playing 2020 refs? That makes a big difference, man.
They let us bang back then.
Chris would have had 4 fouls in the first 30 seconds.
Exactly.
They let us play a little bit.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm the more I've been watching a lot of these like old games and just like growing my appreciation for just the different. It's almost like a different kinds of music watching. You know, everything starts to sound the same if you just watch modern basketball because everybody's playing a certain style. But what I loved about watching you guys play is it just looks different. It feels different than watching a game today, and it's just so much fun. It still looks modern, but it's just different, and that's what's exciting about it.
It was, man. It's just a definite difference in the generation that they play now, you know. Especially, like, they say referees calling things, but they let us play a little bit back in the day. There's some physical basketball going on.
All right. Well, listen, we appreciate you joining. I have one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
If you had one game to replay in your Auburn career, what game would it be and why?
Kentucky.
Kentucky just in regular season, Kentucky SEC tourney.
It was regular season. We had never beat Kentucky before. In 10 years, when we beat Kentucky, Auburn had not beat Kentucky in 10 years.
Wow.
Jeez.
As an IU fan, I feel like that. We got Purdue tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, man.
And Dick Vitale was the commentator.
Yes.
Yeah, that helps. That helps.
Yeah. I'm sure he was going crazy at you.
Oh, it was nuts, man. It was nuts. It was crazy. I'm telling you.
Oh, my gosh. Well,
dope, man.
We so appreciate having you on, man. You take care. Keep coaching those kids up. Get them to that next level.
I'm definitely doing my best, too, man.
All right, man.
Get that energy for them, too. That's what I want to see more of.
Man, they know it. They see it every day.
Motor, just Coach Cliff.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
I thank y'all, too. Have a blessed day.
Thank you for listening to the 19-9 podcast. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, make sure you do. And while you're at it, leave us a rating or review. It helps keep us going. We also have links to all of 19-9's social media so you never miss a release. Until next time.